I'm selfish, impatient and a little insecure. I make mistakes. I am out of control, and at times hard to handle. But if you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best. You know you're in love when you can't fall asleep because reality is finally better than your dreams. A friend is someone who knows all about you and still loves you. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. It is better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you are not. You've gotta dance like there's nobody watching, love like you'll never be hurt, sing like there's nobody listening, and live like it's heaven on earth. The opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. The opposite of art is not ugliness, it's indifference. The opposite of faith is not heresy, it's indifference. And the opposite of life is not death, it's indifference. I love you without knowing how, or when, or from where. I love you simply, without problems or pride. I love you in this way because I do not know any other way of loving but this, in which there is no I or you, so intimate that your hand upon my chest is my hand, so intimate that when I fall asleep your eyes close. Have you ever been in love? Horrible, isn't it? It makes you so vulnerable. It opens your chest and it opens up your heart, and it means that someone can get inside you and mess you up. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. There is never a time or place for true love. It happens accidentally, in a heartbeat, in a single flashing, throbbing moment. Love is that condition in which the happiness of another person is essential to your own. I'm selfish, impatient and a little insecure. I make mistakes. I am out of control and at times hard to handle. But if you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. There is nothing I would not do for those who are really my friends. I have no notion of loving people by halves. It is not my nature. Love never dies a natural death. It dies because we don't know how to replenish its source. It dies of blindness and errors and betrayals. It dies of illness and wounds. It dies of weariness, of witherings, of tarnishings. You don't love someone because they're perfect. You love them in spite of the fact that they're not. We're all a little weird, and life is a little weird, and when we find someone whose weirdness is compatible with ours, we join up with them and fall into mutually satisfying weirdness, and call it love, true love. If I had a flower for every time I thought of you, I could walk through my garden forever. The real lover is the man who can thrill you by kissing your forehead or smiling into your eyes or just staring into space.